Season 2 of the Mike Norvell era. We closed out Season 1 with a win over Iowa State. Purdy versus Purdy. And quite frankly, Chubba Purdy balled out. I'm going to show you recruiting. I'm going to show you the rosters. This is Season 2. So let's go ahead and dive in this thing. All right. Here's where we're going to start. We're going to start with a schedule. Here's the schedule. First game of the year is going to be Oklahoma State in the Cowboy Classic. Hold up. No week 2 game. Then we got Duke, North Carolina, led by Sam Howell, Wake, Miami starts the season off at number 17. So they beat us last year, so revenge game. NC State, Louisville. We get Notre Dame. Then that's the big one. Clemson, BC, Cuse. And then I believe we finish up with the Gators like always. They coming in this season number 23. There's your schedule. As you can see, we starting off the season in the top 5. So a lot of expectations for the Noles. Speaking of expectations, no need to look over let's look over the preseason polls. Clemson leads the way. A plus 99 across the board. Followed by Michigan, Bama, LSU. Did LSU win the national championship last? No, they did not. I think Michigan State ended up winning who was the national champion last year? No, Michigan. Michigan won the national. Michigan, not Michigan State, but Michigan won the national championship last year. So there's your top 25. As you can see, the usuals on top. Georgia and Clemson are going to kick off the season. Big game right there. Clemson could lose first game of the season. Let's look at the Heisman watch. Big news on the Heisman watch. Chubba Purdy. He's coming in the Heisman watch. One of the top Heisman contenders, like you see, as a sophomore. He was a 79 overall at the beginning of last year. He's an 88 overall. Chubba Purdy going into this year looking like a Heisman contender. FSU's preseason All-Americans. We got Tamorion Terry. Corey Durden, Emmett Rice. And then on the second team, Chubba Purdy and Travis J. So look, man, Mike Norvell and company, they got some expectations this season. Speaking of rosters, man, let's look at the entire roster. Got some bad news. Corey Wren and Ja'Kai Douglas decided to transfer. The running back room was loaded. They decided to transfer out. Here's the quarterback room. Blackman. Nick Harris was the number 1 quarterback in last year's class, freshman. And we're going to take a red shirt. And then we got Rodemaker. Good quarterback room. Like I said, Wren and Ja'Kai Douglas decided to transfer, so we still got Laybourne, Jay Sean, LaDamian, and Toafili still in the mix. Still a good running back room, but now we got to recruit a little bit, get them running backs going. As you can see, Terry stuck around for his senior year. Keyshawn, Warren Thompson, sophomore Brian Robinson, Jordan Travis, and Jordan Young, but we did make Jordan Travis. We moved him to receiver. I figured there was no point wasting him away at the quarterback position. We'll see what he can do out here at receiver. True freshman Adam Dorsey and true freshman Eddie Mitchell both will get the red shirt. Tight ends. We've got one transfer on the tight end portal. Brett Seether decided to transfer in. He'll be redshirting this year to keep his sophomore status. So we're going to enter the season with Cam McDonald, Wyatt Rector, and of course Carter Boatwright. Offensive line still a struggle. We moved Brady Scott to left tackle, followed by Chaz Neal. And a redshirt freshman Robert Scott, he's looking kind of like the future as we continue to try to develop this offensive line. Dante Lucas as a junior, looking like the best lineman on the roster, followed by true freshman who's going to take a red shirt, and Corey Hawkins. And we'll be having Zane Herring backing up Dante Lucas. Center, we got JUCO. Looks like he'll be the starter. I got to go to the depth chart. But JUCO center, John Adams, and then Thomas Schrader. Those are your two centers. Right guard is Maurice Smith. I might be putting Maurice Smith at center. Don't know yet. And Ira Henry. And then at tackle, we still got Darius Washington, Lloyd Willis. And now we're going to try to develop Mr. Kyle Ford. We lose Janoris Robinson, who led the nation in sacks last season. We replace him with Dennis Briggs. But we got Quayshawn Fuller and Josh Griffiths in the mix. Briggs is going to get the nod. Kando comes back for his senior year. Followed up by McClendon. Then we still got Durden. We still got Coop. True Thompson. Manuel Rogers. Took a red shirt last year. He's looking like a beast. The future. Jared Jackson and Fabian Lovett round off the. And we got a true freshman there that we're going to try to develop. Outside linebacker, Gainer. We moved Gant to linebacker. I thought that was a good move personally. So we moved Gant from safety to linebacker. And we got a true freshman there going to take the red shirt. Rice came back for a senior year. So, of course, Emmett Rice, Jaleel McCray, Deloach, who's going to take a red shirt as a junior. I feel like I got enough depth there. We can save Deloach for a couple more years. And then Glenn and Dix at the cornerback position. We loaded. Ronaldo Green's going to take a red shirt kind of to save one guy. And then we did bring in a JUCO corner and Gavin Johnson out of Georgia. 98 speed. We'll see if he contributes anything. As you can see, we did get to sign Corey Collier, baby. He's going to take that red shirt. We're pretty loaded at the free safety position right now. And we may end up moving him to strong safety. Whereas as you can see, we're not as loaded. We got Woodbay, true freshman David Anderson, and DJ Ford. Ford to get the red shirt. There you go. So there's the depth chart. As you can see, that's the roster, mind you. The depth chart's not going to stray too far from what you just saw. The only thing really is that center position. We went with Maurice Smith at guard. Yeah, we went with the JUCO signee at center. So offensive line is still a weakness, as you can see. Outside of Lucas, everything else is pretty questionable. And we're going on 9 minutes. All right, so we're going on 9 minutes already. We did the Heisman March. We'll bump it. This is going to be a long episode because it's episode 1 of season 2. Episode 1 of season 2. Let's go look at this recruiting And let's see who we targeting. Who are some of the top guys? Luke Altmaier. That's who we're targeting. We're trying to get Luke out of Starksville. We signed a quarterback last season. We're gonna sign another one. My belief. Drink. So my belief on the quarterback thing, I think a good program should sign at least one quarterback every cycle, regardless of who you sign the cycle prior. Bust, attrition, transfers, injuries. You never know. You should always sign at least one quarterback. So we're going after Luke. As you can see, I went deep on the running backs. The big get right there, Travion Henderson out of Virginia. That's the guy we're trying to get. We're trying to snag him. In case we can't, we got some solid backup options, as you can see. Wide receiver, not too needy on the wide receiver. I mean, we are going to lose. We know we're going to lose at least to Marion Terry and Keyshawn Helton. So if I can bring in Mario Williams out of Plant City and Destin Payson out of Louisiana, those are two big gets. We're gonna try to get those guys. Of course, it's not guaranteed, but we're gonna try to pull them in. Patrick Adams, tight end. We're gonna try to get him number one tight end in the country out of Plant City. We'll try to bring him in. Of course, we gotta recruit the offensive line. Tristan Lay, J.C. Latham, Anton Phillips, John Ingram, and Preston Patrick. All of these guys. We gotta bring it. Man, we gotta sign at least two tackles. Going after 5 guards, and Lawrence Seymour out of Miami, Terrence Ferguson, R.J. Gillum, Spencer Grant, and Robert Horner. Same thing. I would like to get at least 2 of these guys. And then 2 centers. We need centers. I'm not going to go all out on the center. I would like to get one. Either one of these guys would suffice. We got to sign the defensive end. We got to sign top-notch pass rushers. So we're going after 2 premier pass rushers. One out of Georgia, one out of Florida. Alex Matthews and John Johnson. Got to get one of the 2. It looks like a long shot for both of them, as you can see. So uphill battle for both of those. We're not too shabby on the defensive tackle, so I didn't waste too much into them. We're going after Jerome Turner. We're going to see if we can get him out of Haines City. Not going after any outside linebackers. Don't really think I need to. We're going to go after 2 middle linebackers, Matt Williams and Jason Clark. And then corner, I think we need to re-up the corner position with Glenn Thompson, Sergio Davenport, and then James Allen, who were number 1 on there. We're going to try to get him. And then safety, we're fairly solid at safety, but we are going to go after Joe Sims. So there's our recruiting board. Oh, wait a minute, my bad. And at athletes, we're going after some athletes, baby. Reggie Green, Damian Lawrence, DJ Keys, Dale Davis, and Ryan Bell. They're athletes. We don't know what position they're going to play at this time. But looking at that kind of guy right there, maybe he's a linebacker. Right here, who knows? We could have a running back, a corner. So we got to see. We got to scout them. We got to figure that out. And here's your Spark 100. Top quarterback, Caleb Williams out of Washington, D.C. You're going to know Vincent Strong. We're actually 3rd for Vincent Strong, but again, I'm going after Luke Altmaier, so I'm not too worried about Vincent Strong. I'm not too worried about the quarterback position. If we miss, we miss, so I'm not too worried. Sam Hurd, right? Those are your top quarterbacks in the class. Cameron Wheaton, Travion Henderson. These are your top running backs. You got Shipley. You got a couple guys there. Wide receivers, man. Mario Williams, Payson, like I said. But you also got Ja'Cory Brooks out of Miami, looking like an Alabama guy. You got Emeka Egbuka out of Seattle. So far Washington, but we'll see where he ends up. Corey Dickens, Justin Carpenter. Tight end, we're already good. Right, there's your top tackles, your guard. So that's your top. That's your recruits, man. Your expectations, your roster, your schedule. Man, let's hop into this. Hold on a second. Let's hop into this. I don't know if I can hear the sirens outside, but the police doing something. But we finna hop into this Oklahoma State game. As a matter of fact, you can see some of the opening games for week 1. Week 1, you got Oklahoma State, Florida State, Boise, Ole Miss. I only want to talk about the good games. Notre Dame, Virginia Tech. West Virginia, Bama. That should be a blowout. Georgia, Clemson, of course. So we got some good games, bro. We finna get week 1 popping. Week 1. Purdy. Look at that. They got an offense that we gotta contend with. Defense, we might be able to do something against that. Let's get it, man. Florida State, Oklahoma State, week 1, season 2 of the Mike Norvell era. We are competing for the national championship this year. Let's go. All right, baby. We kicking off the season. Oklahoma State, Florida State, Cowboy Kickoff Classic. And as you can see, Alabama is decimating West Virginia. That Georgia-Clemson game looking close. It's going to be an interesting one, man. It's going to be an interesting one. See how this defense is looking this year. No Marv, no J-Rob, no Hamza Nasruddin. And no problem. No problem. Dennis Briggs makes his presence felt. Come on. They got me in a bad predicament because I don't have my personnel on the field right now that I would normally want. But we're going to go man up. Let's go. Let's go. We should be a better team than we were last year. Defensively, though, I don't know. We're losing some big players in J-Rob, Marv, and Hamza alone. So that's an interesting dynamic, and we'll see how we adjust to that. Durden's more than capable, don't get me wrong. So is Cool. They got a good offense, man. Chubba Hubbard. Too many Chubbas, man. Chubba Purdy, Chubba Hubbard. Got Quayshawn Fuller in the game. We get to stop right here. That's a big win. It's a big win to hold an offense like this to 3 points. Oh! Come on, man. We supposed to be playing man. And nobody was even within 5 yards of that guy. Opening game jitters. That's all. Opening game jitters. Good sack. Good sack. All right. Not a good opening drive for that defense at all. Clemson and Georgia in a defensive battle right now. They get 7-7 in the second quarter. Well, as you can see, the game is glitched out. They're supposed to be kicking a field goal. There we go. All right. There we go. As you just saw, Chubba Purdy begins his Heisman campaign. And that doesn't help that the center got demolished on that. Like, what? Look at the center. Center never, oh my God. Okay. Whew. This offensive line doesn't get it together. I don't know, man. I don't know. Ooh. Ryan Robinson, baby, let's go. Let's go. And Purdy's first pass of the season goes for throw that throw. Let's go. We know Warren Thompson, the second baddest man at the wide receiver position on this team. This offense is going to be lethal, man. I'll tell you right now, Purdy's the real deal. If you ain't seen it, you're seeing it now. Whap! Purdy's the real deal. Whap! They just moving down the field effortlessly. Ooh, they bring the blitz. They brought a blitz. And I probably just should have ran it out instead of trying to throw it. That was on me. They definitely brought the blitz. Boom. Ooh, he overthrew him by a mile. Come on, Chubba. Don't tell me you're finna stall out here. Probably. Yeah, 3rd and goal. We're going to call the screenplay. I don't expect to score on it. If you would have broke that tackle, you never know. Let's see if Norvell wants to go for it or not. As a reminder, in this series, I don't call the plays. I do ask the coach, and the coach picks and chooses, and he's going for the field goal. All right. So we don't answer back with a touchdown, but the offense did look very well. Couple lapses on the offensive line, and that's a good game going right there. I don't know if Emmett got chucked there or what happened, but it didn't look too hot. Didn't look too hot. All right. Good stuff right there. Big Coop with the sack. And we're going to man up again. I'm just going to man up again. Not too worried. We're going to play with Emmett Rice, though. Yeah, because that's why. I figured he'd do that. Maybe on the zone he didn't get that. Their offense ain't no joke either. In our defense, we still have to kind of find our way, right? You don't get to lose Marv, Nazaldine, and J-Rob, and then think you just got the answer, right? We got to figure out who's our next guy. Who's the next big pass rusher on that team? Is it Kendo? Is it Briggs? Who's the next big hitter, you know? Is Woodbay going to step into that and enhance the Nazaldine role? Who steps into that Marvin Wilson role? I mean, is Durden that guy? Probably not. But we'll see. We forced the fourth down, so they won the first quarter, but they didn't win the war. And we forced them to punt, so we good. We got to run the ball some more. All right, there we go. Laybourne to the outside. Do some read option here. Ooh, what happened? 76? You didn't even block the end that time, man. That's crazy. All right. Until we fix this O-line, I don't know if we can win a natty, to be quite honest with you guys. Even though we're starting off the season number 5, we need some legit offensive linemen. Ugh. Look at that. And even in that play, like, we were under so much duress. Well, punt. Norvell says punt, I'm a punt. Back up. See if we can hold them on defense again. That's good stuff right there, man. Chubba Hubbard ain't doing nothing. Fix that. Chubba Hubbard ain't doing a damn thing on the ground. Any damage they doing is through the air right now. And it's not even like they're killing us there. He's just been very accurate with his passes, dinking and dunking us all game, really. Look at Florida Atlantic and look at Willie Taggart and the boys. Giving Nebraska all they want. There we go. There we go. We're manning up. I ain't even taking a risk. We're manning up across the board. No running back in the backfield. We just gonna man up. See if I can get this. Briggs. Let's go, Briggs. Let's go. Let's go. Hit him with the spin move. Michael Jackson with the spin move. My bad, hold on. I just got a new subscriber. So I have to acknowledge those guys. Because one thing about me, I appreciate every single person that subscribes to me and supports me. I don't have a big channel. It's small. But I like to interact with everybody that takes the time to interact with me. That's how I always do it. So I have to put that out there. Because I'm that type of guy. Maybe one day I'm going to have a couple thousand subscribers. You know, whatever. But until then, offensive line. Darius Washington. I believe that was Darius Washington. He got whooped. Yeah, that's who that is. And he, oh my God. Man. We got to fix this O-line. But there's no immediate fix in the future, folks. Ooh, look at that. Warren Thompson had to do beat off the, no. Chubba went down. Chubba goes down. Jay Black is in the game. We may need to put Jordan Travis back at quarterback. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. This is getting bad. Ooh, this is getting bad. We'll kick another field goal. Okay, Purdy will be back. Purdy will be back. We're okay. We're okay. Purdy will be back. I got scared. Purdy goes down. The season. Look at Willie Taggart and the boys. Look at Willie Taggart and the boys. Don't expect big things from James Blackman. There we go. Cool. Defensively, man, defense is keeping us in this game right now. Because we ain't put no touchdowns on the board. It didn't help that Purdy goes down with injury. The offensive line is not giving us NT favors. Florida destroyed Idaho. Ooh, Asante! Asante, let's go. This defense, man. Defense is legit. Defense is legit. Man, look. No time for any of these routes to develop. Oh my God. I ain't even got Tamori on Terry the ball, but I'm finna get him the ball right now because he's finna yeet, yeet. Scary Terry and Chubba. Let's go. Yeet. Terry gonna do his thing, goddamn. All right, here we go. 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 I want another pick. Sante. Sack. Gainer. What? Real talk. I think Amari Gainer, if there's a season, like, I think there will be. I think there will be a college football season. I think there'll be a college football season. I think they got to take certain precautions. You know, I don't want to say COVID isn't a big deal because obviously it is. But it's obviously also a big deal for people with already poor health. It doesn't mean that we should just not, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. I'm trying to figure out the words I'm trying to say. I think there'll be a season. And I think COVID is serious, but I think COVID is about as serious as the flu. If I'm making any sense. It's a little bit more serious, right? Oh, they just scored on us. I think there'll be a season. But anyway, the whole point of me even mentioning all of that, Gainer is a dude that I think is too talented, too athletic. Watch out for Amari Gainer in this upcoming season, if there is one. I think there will be one, even if it's like a regional season. Like, I'm not against, like, I've heard about just having an all ACC schedule. I'm all for that. All for that. Maybe all ACC. Or do the ACC versus the SEC. I think all those schools are in the same state, with the exception of Pitt and Syracuse are the two schools in the ACC that don't have an SEC counterpart. And obviously Texas, with the addition of, the SEC has Texas and Missouri now. Let's go. Terry with the whammo. Unguardable. But Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, all those schools have counterparts for the SEC. I would not be against an SEC, ACC type of schedule, or even just a strictly all ACC schedule. I think there will be some type of football played this year. I really do. I think there's there's too much money. Not for there not to be. But Gainer is a player to look out for in that linebacking core, man. I think dude is uber talented. And right now they can't cover Tamarion Terry. That's another dude. Tamarion Terry has a chance to see his draft stock skyrocket this year if he's able to put some stuff on the board. We just got to find a quarterback. We got to find an O-line. If you've been following me for longer than a day, you know that I am all about this O-line. I'm not sold on it. I assume it's going to be better just off of maturation, development, and growth. So I assume it's going to be better. I am a fan of Coach Atkins. I think he will do a good job. All those things considered, we still have to find talent on that O-line. And we have to find a quarterback. If we have James Blackman as the quarterback, And I don't dislike James Blackman. I want to make that clear. I don't root against him. Let's go. Let's go, Warren. Let's go. I don't root against him, anything like that. I just think with James Blackman, there's a limit. A limit to about 7 to 8 games. That is my personal belief. I believe James Blackman personally will lose you a game or two. Now, with that said, if Chubba can be, like I'm so curious as to why all these people believe in. I don't want to use Sam. I don't want to keep using Sam Howell as an example, but there's other examples. Sam Howell, another guy. Freshman quarterbacks can come in and make an impact. We'll be okay. We go with I don't know, man. You gotta light a spark. You gotta light a spark on this offense. You have to. Right now, moving the ball like it ain't nobody business. But just from a real football standpoint, we got to find the right quarterback, and we have to find the offensive line to be sustainable. If we do those things, I really think 8 to 9 wins is what this team will do. If everything clicks, I don't think 10 wins is out of the realm of possibility. But let's get back to NCAA 14. Shit. Okay, Purdy, get the first. What? Okay, so I didn't get the first. Man, and Norvell's gonna play it safe. Whatever, I got the first. Bro, can I challenge that? No, I don't think Colin. No. Alright, whatever. We'll just kick the field goal. Go up 2 scores. Defensively, we've been stout. Offensively, we started slow. But defensively, man, we've been. Oklahoma State ain't even been able to compete. And if you don't know, I play everything on Heisman. And this game ain't over by a long shot. What, they get him? They're going right back to the screen. And nobody's covering it. That's mainly because I'm playing zone, but you would think, whatever. Look at his man up. That's crazy. And man, Rice missed the tackle. Okay. This dude 16 for 18. Granted, he did throw an interception. Which I need another one of those. All they're doing is dinking and dunking. Dude's completed 18 to 20 passes for 156 yards. All he's doing is dinking and dunking his way down the field. Whenever he tries anything real, you see what happens. We pick that hoe off. So, I ain't too worried. I'm not too worried. Ugh! Alright, Chubba Hubbard, you're doing a little bit right now. You're doing a little bit. And they got a touchdown. Alright. That's okay. We still in the lead. Not too worried. Defense has actually been playing really good, so I'm not, live streamed it. I should have live streamed it. I'm going to do a live stream one of these videos. I'm going to do a live stream. Maybe the Miami game or something. I'm going to do a live stream. I need to go back to doing my own live streams. I do the live stream with Turnt, which is usually Tuesday nights, no night. But I do the live streams. I need to start doing my own. You know what I'm saying? Wayborn is out. People getting nicked up around here. Let's go, Keyshawn. Let's go, Keyshawn. Bam! Dog. Chubba's elite. And these receivers are nasty. Look at it. Look at the 320. 8 for 12 for 320 yards. Bruh. Stop playing with me. The offense done caught up. Stop playing with the recruiting, the depth chart, the schedule, the Heisman hype, the All-Americans. We did all of that. Oh. Look at this. 20 for 22, but he's only got 186 yards. Chubba's killing them on the stats. Chubba's 8 for 12 for 300 plus. Georgia's getting massacred by Clemson. What started off as a close game has turned into a demolishing. 31 to whatever. Clemson's looking like the real deal this year. They're the real deal pretty much every year. Oklahoma State is not going away. They are not going away. I mean, they score here, we still got a game, folks. Let's go. Coop missed on the he whiffed on the tackle, bro. He whiffed. Tennessee getting embarrassed. Come on. All right, 30 to 28. Take a sip. check out a game update. And Wake Forest uses the U. Look, they don't do nothing to help my schedule. Come on. Obviously, they can't guard Terry or anybody for that matter. The problem with running, as you can see, man, I can't get any blocking. This offensive line is not adequate enough. Ugh. I was hoping Laybourne could have pulled away on that. Man, this O-line ain't getting it done. And we in the fourth quarter. Man, we got a close game right now. Matter of fact, if we don't score right here, who knows? Who knows? I need some points. And it's 3rd and 10. Terry's got him. Wow. They can't cover our receivers, and that's been the real key to this game. They can't cover my receivers at all. My O-line sucks, but they can't cover my receivers. Terry is having a field day right now. So is Keyshawn Helton, Warren Thompson, you name it. Brian Robinson. Oh, that was a terrible inaccurate pass right there, Purdy. But they can't. They can't. The receivers are keeping me in the game. They're too talented. Let's go. I got the hiccups. Touchdown. Yeah, they can't cover my receivers. So when all else fails, Norvell just curls verticals, and they don't have a corner that can do anything with my receivers. Let's go, baby. Ooh, Sante got burned. Oh my God, they came right back with a 70-yard strike. Man, Sante Samuel got smoked. I had to pick this game, but then he got burned on the deep ball. That's okay. He was too aggressive. Aggressive corners can get burnt with like a double move every now and then. It happens. It's mostly for blocking sake. One thing about us though, we run by committee. Laybourne's listed as the starter, but the truth is, as you can see, Jason Corbin's had 7 yards, has had 7 carries. I can't even tell you how many Laybourne's had. Oh, Purdy. Ooh, Chubba. Chubba was almost out of there. Look at that, 7 yards rushing between the two. 7 attempts, that's what I'm trying to say. If you didn't see the O-line getting demolished on that play, I don't know what to tell you. That's why I hit the check down. Holy cow. But again, they can't cover the receivers. That right there was to the running back. It was a check down play. But they can't cover the receivers, so it doesn't even really matter. That's why I keep saying offensively. There goes Webb. Offensively, I'm not. they haven't really been able. I mean, to start the game off, they were able to do a few things, but for the most part, they can't cover the speed. The speed is destroying them, and offensively, that's what's killing them. Ooh. And the biggest thing is the offensive line, because look at man 56. Jesus, who is that? A 59? I don't know, man. That looked like a 56 to me. We'll do Warren Thompson with the touchdown. 4 touchdowns for Chubba. And though they can score, they can't stop us. And ultimately, that is Oklahoma State's downfall. It was a good first game to start season 2 of the Mike Norvell era. Not defensively. Defensively, man, Adam Fuller's going to have to get these guys. Man, he's going to have to get these guys in check. Fuller's going to have to get these guys in check. Offensively, clicking on all cylinders. Clicking on all cylinders. Especially in the passing game. But even running the ball, if you look at the numbers running, they've been good too. Chubba's throwing no picks. Good to go. Ooh, I thought that was a fumble? Oh, I thought Woodbay had him a pick. The hell with the fumble. I thought Woodbay jumped that pass. All right, that's a sack. Coop's got his 3rd sack of the game. That's crazy. We don't really have a dominant rush DM at this point. So that's look at this. Look at this. Wide open. If they score, they're going to go for the onside. So we have to be ready for that. That's incomplete. Yeah. I'd say. That's incomplete. Dude's got 3 incompletions all game. You see that? He's 27 for 30. That's his 4th incompletion. Come on. All right. We got this game. This game's in the books. This game's in the books. This game's in the books. Even if it's going to take them, at least 30 seconds to score or whatever. But even if they score, they're going to use so much clock, it's not going to really matter. Oh! Did you see that? Look at this. Isaiah Bolden was right there. Oh, man. That's crazy. Like I said, though, even if they score, it's irrelevant. Look at the score. Look at it. Look at the time. Time's just ticking away. They're going to have to get the field goal, the onside kick, and really push it. They scored. See, we ain't been able to stop it. They done put 42 on us. Kansas State. It's not a good look. Third and 7. We need this first down. We got ace this damn game for sure, for sure. I would argue that the game's over regardless, but we will see. Webb, game's over now. They don't have any timeouts to stop us, so the game's over. Webb's only carried 3 times. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's get him some yards. Is he in the game now? No, Corbin's in the game. Offensively, we were just flat out nasty. Yeah, I called timeout. I'm just trying to up the stats for the dude that has Heisman consideration, and for my running backs. Yeah. Why not? Why not? I ain't even trying to score. I'm just trying to get yards, statistics. Last play of the game. See if we can do something with it. That's Webb. Yeah, that's Webb in the backfield, and that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Two seconds left. Man, look, if you watch this game, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share the content, please. Let's grow the channel. We have grown very nicely, man. I'm over 100 subscribers. Be honest, man, when I started this thing, I never knew where I would go, how I would do. 100 subscribers to me was a huge accomplishment. I'm at 110. Man, share the content. If you're a Florida State fan and you're not sharing it, bro, share the wealth. Maybe I'm not for everybody, but I'm for some people, obviously. Let's get it. Let's grow this community. Let's get this thing cracking, man. Let's get this pick too. It should have been. It should have been. But hey, as you can see, we dominated. I mean, look, it was an offensive shootout. Here, let's go to the statistics, as I do at the end of every game. As it takes the time. But man, please hit that like button. Hitting the like button is the only way to really, show that PCN, Polk County Noles, is out here doing this thing, delivering content. I got this content. I got the content with Turk. I'm also starting a new series soon. It's gonna be, I'm gonna break down the commits. So every commit FSU gets from here on out, and I'm even gonna do the old commits. Talking Tribe 2021. I'm gonna break down their film, their high school film, and we're gonna go in depth. What I think of each player. It's gonna start with Kobe, the new tight end we just got. But that's a new series coming. Bro, I'm trying to do everything I can for Florida State community. I love it. This is what I do. And I appreciate you guys. Hit that like, comment. Look at this. Look at Chubba Purdy. That's not Heisman. I don't know what is. If that ain't Heisman, look at Tamarion Terry. Oh my God. If that ain't Heisman, I don't know what is. Look at Woodbay with the beast numbers. Look at Coop and Briggs with the beast numbers. Bro. This is Polk County Noles signing out. We have started episode 1 of season 2 of the Mike Norvell era. Chubba Purdy for Heisman. Let's get that trending. Let's go, baby. And I'm out here. And stay classy, Seminole.